And we are live.
Crossing over to that.
Live.
And it's stuck.
It's stuck. You're stuck or the video? No.
No, I was stuck. I was always stuck.
Yeah, a little breakdown.
Sound. And that turn on my. Do not disturb me. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. There I am. Found me.
Hey, Ford.
My artwork close to me.
Sheesh Comics says hello. Hello, Sheesh.
Hello. If I move everything to this side, are you going to kill me?
No.
Okay. No killing me. I'm still on vacation.
You know why? Because I am adaptable.
I'm not here. I'm on vacation.
I am the adaptable.
I am the AI version of Chris. Because the true Chris is on vacation.
That's right. This
And
is
the AI version. I heard today that if you want to get a job, you need to know how to use AI. That you gotta have that down.
yeah. Well, there's like specific verbiage and stuff that you got to use to actually get something that you want to use.
Well, they say that everybody has to be able to work AI. Whether you're on AI chat, and they say the amount of people that are now using it is like astronomical. And that now when you go for job interviews, that's part of the job interview is how smart are you with AI?
Happy Towers is moving his car, so he'll be jumping over to Facebook afterwards.
Okay.
He's on YouTube right now.
And we have Ford Dolan and Jim Hackett.
Hi, guys.
Ooh.
Hello to our Instagrammers.
So it's good for everybody to say hi, so that way if you just happen to buy something, you know it's working, because the comment bar is what we use for purchasing stuff during the show. And I got stuck, so let me reload this. There we go. No, I'm not stuck. So it's good to say hi in the comment bar. Hello, Jim Hackett. So that, like I said, if you're going to buy something, you do it through that comment bar where you would write, I'd like to buy whatever I might be showing at the moment. So always good to say hi and get used to that comment bar. What's wrong?
I went to go get my Tums before,
Okay.
and when I came back here, I got distracted, and now I don't know where they are.
Are you sure you brought them? Because I didn't hear your. I don't think you brought them.
Well, I
See?
didn't open them.
We're
I
just.
got the Angela today.
You got the Angela.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
See, told you so.
No, it's not by my desk. It's over by the candle.
Oh. Okay.
You know, we light fires around.
Zia's gonna get her Tums because Zia without Tums is a day without sunshine.
Zia's been dealing with the Department of Education, so I need my Tums.
Yes. Do we have any friends that work in the DOE in New York City?
Please. Dear God, please.
And the answer is no.
Happy Tower says he's sending AI to interview on his behalf.
You know, there's going to be a day where that's going to be true. I don't know what you're supposed to do anymore.
Hello,
Because
Jason. Duncan.
every job is going to be AI. Hello, Jason Duncan. Hello to you. And I see Sam. So, Sam, how was the Toronto convention? Was it good? Was it a moneymaker? So, I'm sure everybody is getting ready for the.
Missed me at Fan Expo.
Yeah, he sent me a photo of his booth at Fan Expo and said, "Where's he at?"
Yeah, buy me a plane ticket. I'll be there.
Get her a booth and she'll be there.
Just plane ticket and somewhere to like put me up somewhere.
Sam said, "Busy? Yes, we almost sold out." So, was there money there? Money to be made.
Now I got this disturbing message from StreamYard. In 23 hours, StreamYard will lose your Facebook account. Don't worry, we've got you covered. Click here to reconnect your destination. Just shoot me in the head.
Wow, that's an expensive booth, Sam. And Sam said, yes, we did well.
So you made your 8K back? And then some? Because that's what I consider doing well. If you look like go past breaking even.
Right, if you can pay for your hoteling and your booth.
Yeah, see, your nut is your booth, your hotel, shipping to get everything there and back, and getting your own tail there and back. You add all that up, that's your nut. You got to make your nut, and then you got to go past the nut.
Yep.
And he says, yes, we did very well. All right.
Good.
Good
That's
voting.
great. Good for you guys.
So that means you can buy smart.
Toronto's economics must be good.
Well, hell.
All right. Well, I am going to start getting us ready.
Get us ready. You're not going to be able to do it that way.
Yes, I can. I do it this way.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I
The
can.
advantage of it is it's round, so it spins well.
I see.
And if you spin it enough, it comes to you.
Oh, people like the film stuff.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. And
Well,
Jason
but-
Duncan says, sounds like he can buy another cover then. Much as Sam likes to spend everybody else's money.
I love that everybody is giving it to Sam tonight. So that's amazing.
That's what you get. That's what you get.
Yep. Well, I didn't know how busy this week would be because it is Labor Day week and lots of people took this week off and lots of people are doing stuff or packing and doing laundry and all that kind of stuff.
And Chris is taking the week off too.
This is
She's
my
not here.
vacation day. I came in on my vacation day just to do the show.
This is a hologram of Chris. She's not actually here. All the money goes to the next.
And that's the truth, Sam. All the money goes into the next show. You were 100% correct. So, all right. So basically, this is the Neal Adams show. I've noticed that lately there's been some new people popping in and out. And then they are always confused as to who is that blonde lady and why is she selling Neal's stuff because, Neal's not here anymore. And who are they? And they
Who are
must
these
be-
women selling Neal's
We
art?
must be robbers of some
Hey, Marilyn.
So basically, I am Neal's daughter, Zia, who is behind the camera, who you hear besides my voice, is also Neal's daughter.
And the blonde is Chris.
Chris is really at the beach. You are 100% correct, Victor. I am at the beach.
She's got a little fire on the beach now because the sun's going down. Toasting
I am at the beach, and
marshmallows.
this is AI Chris from Neal Adams Continuity. So,
I am making this promise. One day,
Mhm.
I will have money enough
Yes.
to rent us a summer house
Wow.
in the Hamptons.
You guys in your summer houses. I'm fine on Jones Beach. I don't even need a summer house. All right, back to my story.
Rajan says, I met you guys before when I came to the studio.
Nice.
Well, hello.
Hello. So anyway, I'm Chris. The other voice is Zia. We're both the daughters of Neal Adams. Neal Adams has a lot of kids. There are 3 boys besides us who also do comics and artwork and stuff like that. Z and I have worked at Continuity for many years with Neal and have been Neal's right arm, left arm. Sometimes we're his brain. Sometimes he wants to kick us out the door.
I translate what Dad wants into computer.
And I
And then it
translate what
happens.
Dad says to everybody who has to work on the computer.
Yeah. Dad used to speak in this shorthand that if you didn't know it, oops, now you've done it.
They both come down.
Yep.
Where'd the other one go?
It's over on my side.
Ooh. Pikachu jumped off the shelf. All right. I will hold on to Pikachu.
All right, you
We'll
hold
put
on.
Pikachu up here.
I get to watch myself walk past the camera now.
All right.
There I go.
So, In any case, now you know who we are. So in the Neal Adams show,
That's okay. Give it 5 minutes. Somebody will come up on Instagram and say, "Who the hell are you
I
guys?"
know. We will be selling original artwork of Neal's, prints of Neal's, and CGCs of Neal's, and whatever else I may have. And the way, if you were interested in purchasing them, the way you do it is by writing in the comment bar, "I would like to buy," or "buying Batman with the blue cape," or "I'm buying Batman with the gray cape." Just give us information. We'll be able to locate what piece you're talking about. We will acknowledge that you are purchasing something from us. We'll blow a big bomb, a medium bomb, or a small bomb, depending on the price range that you're buying.
Hey, Dennis.
And we make a lot of excitement when that happens, and everybody likes our bombs. We do have, for those who like the biggest bomb, we have one biggest bomb left. So for a biggest bomb, it has to be a big buy to get the big bomb. But it's always fun to blow off the biggest bomb. And we have one of these left. We blew off a bomb we didn't work Friday, Wednesday.
So a week ago today.
And we have one left here that we can still blow that is available if you make a big purchase. So once again, you write it in the comment bar. We will acknowledge it. We will then ask you to direct message us what you bought, what your name is, an email address, where I'm shipping to. Direct message us that. We then send out a PayPal invoice to you to pay, and then we take it from there and ship it out once the piece is paid off. An easy way to go. We do have a payment plan. The way the payment plan works is if you're buying original art or anything that may have art on it, like a remark, those all can go on the payment plan where you put 1/3 down as your down payment. You can pay it off over time. You can pick the amount of money you want to pay every month towards it. It could be $20, it could be $100, it could be $500, it can be $650, whatever you want to pay, because obviously the faster you pay it off, then it comes to you. And if you're like me with immediate satisfaction, I would pay it off very quickly.
Instant gratification, girl.
Because I need to have it right now. So the faster you pay it off, the quicker the piece comes to you. We don't ship till it's completely paid off. And as you are purchasing stuff, I do send balances out to everybody in your payment plan so you know exactly where you are, because I know some people kind of get lost in that. So I've made it a little bit easier for everybody now. When you make a payment, I will send back what your balance is as of that last payment. So, anybody have any questions, or I can start showing stuff? Now it's not time to ask the questions. Oh, I was going to talk about Batman today. Shit.
Talking about Batman.
I screwed myself. Yeah, we were going to talk. Everybody thinks that Denny and Dad started Batman, when it really wasn't started there. It was actually started with Bob Haney and Neal Adams in Brave and the Bold.
Ah.
And I was going to have like a discussion about Bob Haney, but I didn't pull out my stuff because everybody.
Right, well, why don't we do it next week?
We'll
and
do
then
it
we can
next
have it
week.
like better prepared, and we'll have it all nice and
right. And I'll be back at work and not on vacation because AI Chris is failing and can't pull that together. Hello, Scott Cicada. How are you?
Well, it has been a day here at Continue.
It has been a day here because every time it is that time where there's going to be a vacation weekend, then everybody has to come in and visit.
There's that.
All right, so we're going to start because it is now enough time that people have come on, and we will start the ball rolling. So Pikachu that flew off the top shelf for some weird reason, had an air current came through here. Pikachu is a piece that Neal did. The black and white original is right here. I'm going to put the color of it right here. Now the color on this was actually done digitally. The black and white is traditional artwork, pen and ink. Thanks, Sam Green. Okay, so again, original pencil ink Neal Adams Pikachu, signed by Neal. It's on 11 by 17 cover stock paper, as if Neal's doing a cover. The color on this was done by Zia with Neal art directing, done digitally on computer. So we can make a nice printout of this piece if anybody's interested in buying the black and white. This was a piece that Neal did for himself to sell at shows because Pikachu was hot, and Neal likes to keep hot things on his table besides Batman, Ra's al Ghul. He would do stuff for kids. He did do this piece. We are selling this original piece for $2,000. And this goes from the storyline, and this was the Detective Pikachu.
Yep.
And it has the actors, obviously, likenesses from the movies. The reason why Neal did it digitally was so that we could have a fur texture on Pikachu. So if you have anyone in the family who's into Pikachu, this is a really nicely priced piece by Neal. It is kind of an odd piece by Neal, but not really, because Neal used to do a lot of movie poster stuff. So he's very good at doing likenesses of actors. And like I said, it is on cover stock paper. It is 11 by 17, which is the size of a comic book original. It is pencil and ink, traditional way of drawing comics. It is a signed piece by Neal for $2,000, and we will include a nice print of the digital color as well with the piece. So once again, Detective Pikachu for $2,000. A really fantastic rate for a Neal Adams original that has all the stuff on it.
Gosh, I don't ever want to have to do that fur again.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to move along.
Oh, more fur.
Right, and the reason why it is priced at that price is because obviously, you know, Pikachu is Pikachu. Pikachu is Pikachu.
Right, fair enough.
Okay. Fine. Okay, I don't know, are you doing pins and skins?
I think so.
Okay. So this is Batman Pencil Batarang. So if you're on Facebook, you can see our pan and scans, which brings you into the artwork a little bit better than just being on a phone camera, which is what Instagram is on. If you're on Neal's YouTube, which is Neal Adams YouTube.
The Neal Adams?
No, the Neal Adams is Instagram.
Right.
I think it's just Neal Adams YouTube.
I don't know.
I believe it's Neal Adams YouTube. And if you go to Neal Adams Comic Artist on Facebook, you then would be able to see the pan and scans, which bring you into the artwork a little closer. You really get to see the detail of the work. I highly recommend bouncing over to Facebook for the pan and scans, as much as you might like being on Instagram. Unfortunately, this program does not really support Instagram for some reason.
Well, I can shoot on Instagram, it just won't save it, like to view later.
Right.
It's having issues.
Okay, so this is obviously a pencil or a Batman boomerang piece that Neal did as a finish. This piece is not signed by Neal because it is a pencil. The price on this is
$800.
$800 for this pencil. The size is a little bigger than 8.5 by 11.
It's usually 9 by 12.
Yeah.
It's not 8 by 11.
Right. And it's a really nice, pretty tight pencil. The face of Batman on this is a really nice face. And it is $800 to buy. It will get a certificate of authenticity to go along with it, since it is not a signed piece by Neal that states this was drawn by Neal. Not a problem with that. So, nice piece. Good price again, $800. Okay, next up. And next up is this is the Batman, the Saga of Ra's al Ghul, number 4. This is page 3 from the Batman Ra's al Ghul. This is actually colored by Corey Adams, which is our mom. So not only do we represent our dad, but we represent our mom. Blue line coloring is an older way of doing color, where the black line is a separate acetate and the blue line is blue where the ink lines would be, and then you color that, and then you put the black acetate on it, kind of like the way animation is done. If you've ever owned an animation cell, it's very similar to that, except again, this is an original blue line that was used for producing the Saga of Ra's al Ghul, number 4, and the Batman. I'm not quite sure where this was either. It wasn't used in the Batman Illustrated books, so it had to be previous to that.
And if I'm not mistaken, this is one of the rare ones that actually has a Corey signed certificate of authenticity on
I'm gonna flip it around.
that.
Is there a price on it?
Not on this side.
No. I think we charge $800 for these. So for tonight, I'm going to make it $800. I don't know where her price tag went. And it's a page from Batman Ra's al Ghul.
It's sideways.
Thank you.
Here you go.
Okay, and then what Z is talking about is on the back. It has a certificate of authenticity that's actually signed by Corey Adams.
One of the rare Corey Adams signatures.
That's true.
I think there's at most maybe 10 people out there with Corey Adams signatures on something.
And Happy Towers is back.
Oh, Jason Duncan says it was 1,800.
Okay, thank you, Jason Duncan.
Everybody else is going, God damn it, Jason!
Okay, Jason Duncan would know.
He
All
would.
right, 1,800. Could have had it for 800 if somebody jumped. Again, nice blue line, original color by Corey Adams. A true Corey Adams versus there's a lot of color guides out there that I don't believe are my parents, no matter who wants to tell me it is my parents. Because everyone who didn't work with my parents should know more than a person that did work with her parents.
There you go.
So, 1,800, a true Corey Adams.
Happy Towers said, well, thank you, Jason Duncan.
Well, I think Jason Duncan.
Jason's just keeping us honest.
That's right. Okay, we're going to hop around because, like I said, I'm a bit of a mess tonight. Okay, this happens to be now a print. So we're going to do a print in between a lot of artwork. So this print obviously is Bucky O'Hare, a graphic novel that was actually created by Larry Hama as the writer, and I would say the creator of Bucky O'Hare.
That's Bucky Hama.
And Michael Golden was the illustrator of the first Bucky O'Hare graphic novel and worked very heavily with Larry on the Bucky O'Hare series. Neal basically financed Bucky O'Hare so that it could be a graphic novel.
Corey picked the colors.
And Corey Adams colored Bucky O'Hare. So there's a carryover from the Ra's al Ghul to Bucky O'Hare that Corey is the colorist of Bucky O'Hare and decided to make Bucky green.
Yep.
Because he's obviously an Irish rabbit if his name is O'Hare. So this print is actually drawn by Neal Adams. I believe this was the cover for the video game box. So this is a Neal Adams drawing, a print of it. The print size is 13 by 19. It is signed by Neal, so we charge $100 because it is signed by Neal. We know that, Happy Towers. So Bucky O'Hare and Blinky out there. We're hoping to bring Bucky O'Hare back. We're actually talking very heavily to a number of people about Bucky O'Hare right now. Because Bucky seems to have a big fan following out there that is getting noisier about bringing Bucky O'Hare back.
Yep, which is a nudge, hint for you guys. If you guys really want to see Bucky come back, y'all got to make some noise out there on the social medias.
Right. So if you like Bucky, say something. If you don't know what Bucky is a great story, like I said, created by Larry Hama, illustrated by Michael Golden, and financed and pushed through by Neal Adams, colored by Corey Adams, and loved by Chris Adams. That's the only thing worth buying up here. So again, $100, 13 by 19. This is a Bucky O'Hare drawn by Neal Adams. That's why it's signed by Neal for $100. I don't know, Happy Towers, if you own this one, but it is a nice bright print, and it is colored by Corey. No, it's not.
No, that's digitally colored by me, but I use Mom's colors.
You use Mom's colors. Okay. Well, Zia did such a good job.
I updated it.
It looks like Mom's coloring, but that is actually Zia's coloring. But Corey Adams did the original blue line coloring for the graphic novel and the comic books, for that matter.
It's okay. I don't mind that people mistake my coloring for Mom's because that's just a
I just
for
looked
me.
at the age of it and figured it was.
Yeah, no, I was asked
I
to
mean, Mom did digital.
update it.
Mom did digital color too, so I had
That is true.
50-50 chance on that being.
That
Mom.
is true. It's all good. I ain't complaining.
And Jason Duncan said, got my Echo #1 signed by Hama and Golden this past year. Nice. Okay, what are we looking at now? We're looking
This is
at
with
Batman
the shadow.
Solo Shadow. This is actually one of my favorite pieces that we have. It is 10,000 to buy. It is 11 by 14. It is a very nice Batman by Neal. So Corey made Zia, so it's only 1 degree of separation.
Well, hell, if you want to think of it that way. Corey and Neal made me, so, I should be the best of both of them.
Well, then you're 1 degree from each one of them. So, okay, so we have Batman here. This is pencil and ink by Neal. Signature on it is obviously Neal. I love the shadow effect. I like how it goes under the cape. It goes over the cape. It's very cool.
Not entirely sure I got the best of both of them, though. I definitely got the most crazy out of each of them than any of us kids.
But doesn't everybody get their parents crazy?
Yeah, I think I have a bit more than the rest of you guys do.
Okay, so 10,000 for Batman. Standing figure, as we call it, a full figured Batman. Gorgeous piece by Neal. $10,000. Again, we have a payment plan that was designed by Jason Adams and Neal so that everyone could afford to buy a Neal Adams piece by putting 1/3 down as your down payment. You can pay your piece over time. You're in charge of what you spend every month versus if it's $20, $100, $200, $300, whatever you want to pay each month. It all tallies together until the piece is paid off. And then we send it to you. So Batman Solo Shadow is what we call this piece. And it's a very nice piece. Okay.
Happy Tower says that Chris AI is outstanding.
Am I? Is it better than Chris?
And you know the cool thing about the Chris AI is it sheds too.
It's a shed. Okay.
That's how we made the AI in the first place.
That's right. Everyone
took
can
some of
have,
our hair.
anyone who bought a red box can make an
Make
AI
their own
Chris.
Chris.
All right, so this is actually an older piece. I'm not quite sure how this popped up, but it did pop up. It came out of something Jason had. It is the old school paper. It is Dead Man, obviously, by Neal. It is pencil and ink Neal. We believe actually even the color on this is Neal. It is signed by Neal. It is $1,200 to buy. It is a non-screaming Dead Man. Versus most Dead Mans are always screaming, but this one is not screaming.
But he's giving you that look like he's getting ready to, though.
Right. But the nice thing about this piece is that this box, like our newer pieces, the box is actually smaller than this box.
Yeah.
That Neal is drawing in. So this is actually a pretty large piece here. $1,200 for Dead Man. Again, pencil ink, and we believe colored by Neal.
It's almost like he was walking along and he just like spotted somebody that he's like, ooh, somebody I can rage at.
Before I rage. Hey, before I rage, Dead Man.
Yeah. I
For
just noticed you and now I'm going to rage at you.
$1,200.
Like, you know how they all do that thing where they do, okay, it's going to be like 30 seconds after.
Okay, so Terry Rhodes just wrote, does anyone in this room have 10,000 to send? Again, you don't have to have 10,000 to send. You can put a third down. So really the question is, does anybody have a third of $10,000 to put down? And then you can pay this off in $20 a month for a while. But in the end, you can own it. And that's why Neal made the payment plan so that, most people can afford it. I mean, not everyone can afford it. Obviously, I think even I would have problems affording it.
And there are a lot of people that are watching right now. They used to say, oh, I'm never going to be able to do that. Nobody can possibly own a Neal Adams piece. And yet now they're all saying that I don't have enough room on my walls for all the Neal Adams art that I own.
Right.
And, you want them to testify, just tell them, testify.
Right. And just like when you buy a car, like there are cars I would love to own, but
Sure.
I can't afford them no matter what. And then there are cars I can afford. So it's kind of like cars. Neal makes different pieces that are affordable on different levels. He also has pieces for the luxury car owners, and not everybody can own a luxury car. So I understand it. Okay, so Dead Man is 1,200, and Happy Towers, thank you for the mathematics. So what was the first Batman story, guys?
Ooh. Well, the first Batman story or the first Batman
The
story
first-
that Neal
Okay, the first
drew?
Batman story. Well, since we're on the Neal Adams show, I figured I wouldn't have to say the first Neal Adams story. So what was the first Neal Adams Batman drawings story? Dixon Duncan said most cars aren't affordable these days. I agree with you on that.
And unlike a car, the value of Dad's artwork only ever goes up.
True. Okay, we have actually a nice Batman now here. It's a Batman profile. It is, I never had a car. No. Well, okay. I don't have a car either. So, once again, you and I are in the same boat. But I don't have a boat either. So, okay, we have Batman profile.
I have a boat. It's one of those ones that you play with in the bathtub. But have one.
Pen and ink Batman by Neal, $700 to buy. It is signed by Neal at the bottom.
And the other night,
And Terry, you can always do what Sam does, which is he marries well and gets stuff that way.
and the other nice thing is with our payment plan, there is no interest or penalty fees. Can't say that about a car.
Okay, so Happy Tire says Detective 370. So what story is that? Right. Chris isn't the only one working. Chris AI isn't the only one working tonight. You guys are going to have to pull some weight tonight. I'm sure it's probably right. But what was the first story? If we look at Batman Illustrated #1, we'll probably fit in one.
Actually, what's the same life?
Okay, next up.
Oh, look who we got here.
Batgirl. Now, Batgirl, pencil and ink Neal, signed by Neal. This is a copy of that Batgirl that has been colored by Zia. Both of these go together. They won't be separated. It is $1,800. Jason Duncan says he only worked on the cover of 370.
Oh.
So does anybody have a Batman Illustrated #1? Well, yeah. Okay, so Terry, you have a great point here. Nice that you've been married for 23 years.
Congratulations.
And yes, obviously, if you buy a car and you pay it off, you're going to spend more money than if you just pay it outright. But that's
not how
because
it is
they
here.
have interest and penalties. We don't have any interest. The price is just the price.
Yep.
There's no interest. There's no penalties. Nothing. Okay, so $1,800. You get both the original, which I'm going to move my little sticker over a little bit. You get the original pen and ink Batman by
Batgirl.
AI screw up.
There's a glitch in
Batgirl.
Chris's matrix.
Yes. Batgirl 1,800, and you get the color, which the color is a print of that pencil and ink, then colored by Zia. Both together you get for 1,800. So really nice work here. If you're into Batgirl, Zia obviously went for the purple Batgirl.
The Yvonne Craig.
Now, if you prefer the gray Batgirl,
Hey, Brent.
we can talk to Zia about doing a gray Batgirl.
That is true.
And then we will just keep the purple Batgirl.
That would not be hard for me to do.
Right.
Because I kind of like that one. All right, Chase Duckett says, Neal's first interior work on Batman was in World's Finest 175.
And what story was that?
Hey, we don't know from numbers.
And Brent got his Batman Moon. That's great. I was worried about that actually earlier today. So Batgirl is 1,800. You get the pencil and ink original art by Neal, and you get an original color by Zia within the price of 1,800.
And she's so pretty.
She is. And like I said, if you prefer a gray color.
It says Revenge Squads.
Revenge Squads. That was the first Batman in World's Finest. Well, when did he get to do Batman on his own? These smarty pants. Guys, you.
They're going by technicalities.
Super Batman Revenge Squad. You're gonna make me go get a book. Okay. Silver Surfer pen and ink. Profile by Neal, $600. Now this can be colored for additional money. And it is signed piece by Neal. Dick did the pencils. Well, that doesn't count. That's Dick's Batman. You guys.
Obviously, there's a story that Chris is wanting you guys to
I
say.
want
And
you
you're
to
not
know that
saying
Neal would be screaming right now, like, just get me a Batman number one. You're all answering the way I used to answer today.
it. I can
No.
hear Dad now. Chris!
All right, so we have Silver Surfer here, pen and ink, Neal, 600, 8.5 by 11. For you guys who want to see marble stuff, here's a marble piece.
Dad was really good at projecting his voice. He could smack you in the back of the head from like 50 yards.
And he was proud of it.
Yeah.
Came from working on the carousel at Coney Island. Okay, this is Batman Forever, Batman and Robin prelim. Zia's gonna get her pan scan.
I am going to get my
Can
pen. And you're going to go get your book.
I need to get my butt because you guys are making me crazy. All right, so you want to be in the Batman omnibus? I think so.
I should hope so.
I would think so.
Otherwise, it's not a proper omnibus.
Uh-oh. Watch my bookcase fall down. Oh,
No.
that would be great.
Oh, jeez. No, not particularly. Damn it. Oh, I got the shadow prelim.
Do you have the Batman Forever, Batman and Robin prelim? Ew, Chris opens her book to the page where Talia kisses Batman.
And it sounded just like that, dude.
All right, let's see. First Batman Superman cover. Superman Batman Revenge Squad.
Yeah, they said that already.
Yeah, I know, they're right. But who drew it? Actually, it doesn't even say that Neal. Well, I guess it doesn't say that Neal. No, it says Dick inked it. All right, what's next? All right, so this is a prelim to a piece that I think we just sold. And the price of this is
$1,800.
let's see.
No. You complete me.
World's Finest. Another Superman Batman story. Who cares?
Wah, wah.
Alright. Then there was Batman Dead Man. Now we're cooking.
Are you sure we're cooking?
Yeah, this is the one with the hook. Which I'm sure this has got to be the track of the hook, which is Bob Haney.
Bob.
Wow, Carrie Bates wrote the Superman Batman split. I didn't even realize that Neal and Carrie Bates went that far back. All right, track of the hook, because Carrie used to work up at continuity. That's
Yeah.
why.
He had the room all the way in the back, all to himself.
All right. So, I would say when Bob Haney and Neal Adams got together, and it starts in Brave and the Bold with Dead Man, that Batman started changing into the Batman that you guys all love. And that it doesn't start with, granted, it goes on with Denny, but it didn't start with Denny. And this Dead Man Batman is like a good story. I always like this story at least. And then the next one is the Helgerite one. And who wrote that one? See, Bob Haney. And then let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you hit. Dad wrote one. And then Denny comes. So Denny's first one had to be Ghost of the Killer Skies. But Neal and Bob actually did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stories together. So the story that Neal talks about where Julie Schwartz said, no, Neal Adams, you cannot work on Batman. So then Neal found another way to work on Batman through, I don't know what editor it was. Did he say what editor it was?
Snuck in under the radar.
Yeah, snuck in, but he snuck in through Brave and the Bold. And basically, he did like 6 to 7 stories with Bob Haney before he got married up with Denny.
So Hunter Krampus says, is the Batman, Deadman, Brave and the Bold Neal's first interior Batman work?
Yes. But it wasn't, what I'm trying to say is that as much as Denny gets credit for the build-up of Batman with Neal, it actually started in Brave and the Bold with Bob Haney. And then actually from Bob Haney, if you all own an omnibus, it goes from Bob Haney to Neal did a story where he wrote, which was the You Can't Hide from a Dead Man. It was written by Neal. Then we have a Denny. Then we have a Mike Friedrich. Then we have a Denny. Then we have Frank Robbins, Denny, Frank Robbins, Denny, Len and Marv, Denny, Demi, and then it goes Denny. Mm. So it took a while for the truth of Neal and Denny working really hits, which I thought was interesting. Which I know all of you are like, that was really boring, Chris. Just sell the art.
I was going to say, why are you saving that for next week? Because then you can do your whole presentation that you wanted to do. But now you've sort of,
it's fine. I got it out of my system. I was just looking at it this last weekend, and it was stuck
Jason
in my...
Duncan says, yeah, Neal's Brave and the Bold Batman outsold the regular Batman title.
Exactly.
So they had to put him on
And
Batman.
then Julie finally backed down and let him do it. And then he put them together with Denny. But there was a number of stories before Denny actually stepped into Batman. Okay, so here we go. Batman and Robin prelim from the Batman Forever. The price on this is $1,800. It is a pencil and ink by Neal. I would say it's a large piece. It's almost 11 by 14. And it's a really nice, like if you're into the flow and composition of a piece, it's a really nice piece. Again, pretty good price tag on this one. All right, I'm going to push this down for a minute. Okay, now that we're talking about books.
The Wolf Schaefer says, reissue of the Giant Neal Alley vs. Superman came out this week. I got the foil edition. I'm getting the sketch covers.
How come I didn't get my editions?
Because we're just not special anymore.
DC screws me. I'm getting really pissed off. Okay.
Chris gonna kick somebody ass. Chris gonna kick somebody ass.
Yeah, because the only reason why that gets reprinted today is because Chris was willing to change the contract. Otherwise, we would not have a Superman versus Muhammad Ali ever again.
You better get Chris her copies,
You
man.
better get me my copies. Okay, so what are we looking at?
What are we looking at, Chris? I don't know.
We are
Batman
all
looks like
over
he's
the
been
place
punched in the
tonight.
face a couple of times.
Okay, in Batman and Flash in Bob Bork, You Can Hurt Me, which God only knows who wrote that story. Which this is a Brave and the Bold, guys. Is on page 10 of that story. there is a Batman panel that sits right there. So this is I don't have what the original looked like, but obviously this was something that bothered Neal for a million years, and he got to fix it. This is also what you're looking at here is the original, and what Z is showing you right now is my book. But we can add the word balloon onto this so that it looks just like the panel. And we are selling this for $1,800. And it comes with the book that I'm holding, which is signed by Neal.
And how much is this?
$1,800. So this is $1,800 to buy. Original pen and ink. This is a published piece. So again, great price. We can put the text bubble that is missing over his arm. That's why it's cut out that way, which you can see in this book. And I'll even throw the book in with a nice Neal Adams silver signature right there. But we can recreate that balloon and put it on this piece of art.
Hello, Gustavo.
And this is a signed piece by Neal, I think.
Yes.
Yes, for $1,800. This comes from Batman and Flash, but Bork, you can't hurt her. Say Bork and hurt.
Bork, you can't hurt me.
I want to know that Zia was the Swedish cook. Chef. Cook.
Chef.
Cook.
Chef.
This last Halloween. So that's why she does that so well.
And I will tell you guys out there, if you're looking for chicks, dress up as a Swedish chef for Halloween.
It's a hottie toddy costume.
If I wanted them, I could have gotten a hell of a lot of phone numbers.
Till they found out you were a girl in a guy costume.
You know what? I don't even think that mattered.
Okay. What are we looking at now, Z? Shadow number 1 from Dynamite. And this is an original published cover by Neal.
Thank you, Sam.
A shadow cover number 1. And this is now priced at $7,000.
Find it in this incredibly long list of freaking artwork.
We could probably dump some of them
I have to...
and cleared it out because we sold.
No, I get that, but I'll never have the right ones.
So again, a really nice pencil and ink published cover by Neal, and we all know that published art supposedly has a better value out on the market. I mean, I buy art because I like the artwork, not so much what its value might be.
It's my special.
But a really nice shadow cover, very busy. Gustavus, I got my editor to print Neal's pencil pages for God Loves, Man Killed, Mexican graphic novel. Nice, Gustavo. $7,000 for the original published Shadow number 1 cover from Dynamite, illustrator Neal Adams, pencil and ink.
Yes. We have a question from N. Fields. He wants to know, any cool Wolverines tonight?
Nope. I have no Wolverines.
You have no Wolverines
I don't
tonight
have Wolverines
or no Wolverines
now.
period?
I have Wolverines. They're in the higher price category, and I don't think I have it with me tonight.
Okay, so Enfields, if you want, what you can do is direct message us and let us know that you're looking for Wolverines and what your price range is, and we can give you a smattering of what we have left.
Right. Or I can just send you what we have, what price of. Okay, 7,000 on the Shadow. I mean, Neal in general didn't do a lot of Wolverine, so that's why Wolverine has been picked through pretty much. I will say this, guys, we do have artwork coming from the LA comic store that we just shut down, which will be coming in probably next week, that we're going to be also putting out for buying. Now, there might be a Wolverine. I think we have a Wolverine in that, but it is a Wolverine in a leather jacket.
So it's a Logan, not so much.
It's a Logan Wolverine, right? Okay, so what are we looking at now?
We are looking at this fabulous freaking Superman that somehow is still here.
Correct. So this is 8.5 by 11, pencil and ink Neal. Color on this is Zia. The price of this is $2,500. This would get a certificate of authenticity to go with it because Neal didn't sign this one. At the time that Neal drew this, basically he was signing when people bought them. And unfortunately, this was a piece that didn't sell before Neal passed, which is the reason why it does not have a Neal Adams signature on it. I mean, I think anyone should step up. On the other hand, if this Superman film that's coming out is good and people feel Superman once again, then this piece is going to find a home. Because a lot of times people get souped up. Souped up. That was my AI Chris coming out.
Sorry, my sister is glitching today a little bit. I had my glitches earlier today. Chris is having hers now.
When people see movies, they get jazzed for buying, a character that they just had a good time with in a movie theater. So I am hoping that Superman does well and that this Superman piece will find a nice home. It is $2,500 to buy. Gorgeous piece of Superman art if you're into that character. Obviously, it's Clark Kent in between turning into Superman. $2,500, gorgeous color on this. The background is amazing on this. That is all color in that background. No line art. And it's done by Zia. $2,500. Dead Man. Another Dead Man. Now this is a more traditional Neal Adams Dead Man in that he's screaming. This is 8.5 by 11.
It's rage therapy.
Yes, it's 8.5 by 11. It is pencil and ink Neal. Color on this is Neal on the skin tone of Dead Man. Everything else is Zia. $1,800, and it is a signed piece by Neal.
It is primal scream yoga.
Right. But actually, the skin tone of Dead Man is pretty amazing on this one because it's done in a color choice that is not a traditional color choice, but yet works. So $1,800.
Well, in the ADs, we had this, ADs being AD markers. We had a color called mauve that Dad liked a lot. And then when we switched over to Prismacolor, they didn't have the same color. So I think this is Dad making mauve out of pink and blue.
Yeah. But he didn't just go gray and white to make Dead Man.
Yeah, no, he threw in those
So it's actually the pink pieces in there is kind of amazing with the blue.
Well, it's interesting that the cool blue works with the warm pink and it sort of doesn't feel weird.
Right.
It works.
But it makes kind of a gray, which is kind of Dead Man-ish. Like you could actually do that on Silver Surfer. Whoa. Whoa. Champ that, Neal Adams, yeah.
Oh boy. Now I'm gonna have to do it.
1800 on Dead Man.
No, I
Signed,
have to do that painting you gave me to do first.
signed by Zia.
Unless somebody buys the Silver Surfer, then I can do it ahead of the painting you want me to do.
All right, 1800 Dead Man, Neal Adams.
I don't have enough conscious hours.
All right, next up, really nice Wonder Woman. And what's nice about this Wonder Woman, it is what I refer to as a Neal Adams comic book Wonder Woman. It is not based on an actress in a movie. 11 by 14, very cute. Wonder Woman by Neal, pencil, ink, and color. Complete Neal Adams here for $2,500. So as you can see, the prices kind of bounce around. $2,500 Wonder Woman.
Actually, Pete told me that the other day he woke up with the Wonder Woman theme stuck in his head. He's like, and I don't even know the words. I'm like, you don't have to know the words. It's just do 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 Wonder Woman. That's all you need to know.
Okay, now this is a Giclée. It is 13 by 19. On the bottom here, this little black and white Batman down here is an original drawing by Neal.
So when it comes to those, that's a big black and white Batman.
It is a big black and white Batman. It actually really is. So this is a fancy Giclée on that nice thick watercolor paper that we do Giclées on. Again, the black and white area down here was created so that Neal could draw an original drawing of Batman on it. This is a large one. We've had ones that are smaller. This is a large one. So this originally went for $1,200. We did knock it down to $900. After this week, it's going to go back up to $1,200. So if anybody's sitting on the edge of, do I want to buy this? I would start thinking about it
Push
for
that
this
button.
week because it's going to go up from 9 to 12 back to its original price. And there are not many of these with the large. I mean, there's not many of these with the small head on them. There's not many of these with the large head on them because we did not do a lot of these. And then a lot of these got damaged in our water floods. So we actually lost a bunch of these.
Mm-hmm.
So there aren't many of these out there. It is going to go for tonight, the price of $900. It will be $1,200 as of next week. It has an original Batman. This can go on the payment plan because that is original art at the bottom. And we do honor, if it's original art, the payment plan. And it is signed by Neal. So, and it's, I mean, it's a great Giclée as well as a nice piece of Batman original art at the bottom by Neal. And $900 for this is a great price. Soon to go back up to its $1,200 amount. Okay, let's put that over there. I have a nice Batman, classic Batman. For 15, is it 15?
Yep.
For $1,500. Nice pen and ink by Neal. 8.5 by 11 is the size of this. Signed by Neal. A very classic Batman head done by Neal, or bust, I should say. Nice piece. Now this also can be colored. It can be colored on another piece of paper. But this with a nice background behind it will become a very classic, nice Batman with the yellow bat out emblem.
Everybody's been making fun of the new Batman emblem.
Which new Batman emblem? The
It basically looks like a rectangle with a couple little
the flat. I call it the flattened bat.
Flattened bat, yeah.
Flat bat.
Actually, Buzz did a drawing of the logo and then did like an angry mouth around it, and I didn't realize what he was making fun of at first. And I just thought, oh, that looks like Judge Dredd. Finish the. Oh, geez, gotcha.
Well, nice Batman here. Next up is an angry Green Lantern. Nice headed ink, Hal Jordan Green Lantern. Pencil and ink Neal. Color on this is Neal, right? We decided it was Dad.
As near as I can tell, yeah.
Yeah. With an airbrush background by Jason. The price on this is $1,500, and it is a signed piece by Neal. And there are, of course, less Hal Jordans out there than there are Batmans. So for those people who like to have, not as many people have similar to them, Hal Jordan isn't asked for that often. Amazingly enough, most people will go for Green Arrow over Hal Jordan. But $1,500 for Hal Jordan tonight.
Green Arrow's got that cool facial hair.
Well, he also was like a cooler character at the time.
Yeah, Hal was ass.
Right. Hal Jordan was kind of the goody two shoes.
But also sort of like a naive ass hat.
Republican.
Stepping in that one.
$1,500. I gotta bring Neal Adams into the fold sometimes.
Dad got control of your mouth there for a second, Greg.
$1,500 for Hal Jordan.
Dad is controlling Chris's AI from beyond.
Look, I was in the zoo and a cardinal came by, and I know it was Dad going, "Why aren't you at work, Chris?" So I'm haunted even on vacation.
All right, David Gregory, what do you want to know on the Talia and Roz cover? The one that's behind Chris. Okay, that is part of the 27 covers. Many moons ago, they did a month of Neal Adams homage covers where Dad did the pencils on all of the covers, and they were given to various other artists to ink. This is one of those covers. The difference on this, though, and the reason why it's $700, is you'll notice that under Robin's chin there, you have a great remark of Batman, hand-drawn by Neal.
So an original sketch on a comic book cover.
Yep, and this is going for $700.
Is it cool?
I guess. No response. He's stunned and amazed by the beauty of the remark.
Blipped.
Okay. Let us know if you need any further information.
There you go. Yeah, if there's anything behind me you guys want to see, definitely yell it out, and I will pull it down.
Like that so people can see. Let's see if we can focus over there too. A little bit of this for a second, in case anybody wants to see anything back there.
Yep.
And then I will go back. to Conan.
You guys are very quiet tonight.
No, everybody. Because they're all watching something else at the same time. What are you guys watching at the same time?
Baseball.
I know Sam is playing Roblox. What is everybody else doing?
Baseball. I bet everybody's watching
baseball. Are you guys watching baseball?
Everybody watches baseball.
It's such an exciting game.
Conan, 8.5 by 11. Pencil and ink Neal, $600.
What time it's any fun is if you're actually there and there's a pop fly that might hit you on the head if you're not careful.
I could have big bombs tonight, guys.
No. Lance is watching The Watchmen.
Lance is watching The Watchmen. Okay.
Well, at least now we know who watches The Watchmen.
Yes. Which Watchmen?
Happy Towers is working on a t-shirt order, but he just stopped.
Well, he can work on a t-shirt. He's making money. That's acceptable. In Neal Adams land, that isn't acceptable.
I should gotta hunt down Bob Chapman and find out how he made his t-shirts. They last. Those are good quality freaking t-shirts, man. Sam Green almost got hit by a ball in Chicago. I almost got hit by a ball twice in the same game in Coney Island. And I had Jade with me, so I did my baby! Because Jade was about you, baby.
You should let her get hit in the head.
I know.
Green Arrow, 8.5 by 11.
I would cover JD's little noggin with my big melon head.
Pencil and ink. And it is $1,900 if you'd like to have this colored. It is $1,600 to buy in black and white.
Happy Tower says, oh my God, I just bought a graffiti t-shirt. Those are the best t-shirts out there ever. I have literally got a t-shirt that I got from them like 30 years ago, and it's still in great condition. So Bob Chapman, the king of freaking t-shirts, if you can get a hold of him.
And he's retired,
he's retired. So, if you can make that connection and he's willing to, grasshopper you, man, just soak up whatever he has to say. And Lance says, won't someone please think of the children? See, I should cover my baby's noggin.
All right, so we have Green Arrow here. The price in color is $1,900. In pencil and ink, it is $1,600. It is a signed piece by Neal. We had a Hal Jordan a little while ago, and now we have Green Arrow. So we cover both our bases here.
And Happy Towers, yes, that is the correct spelling for Bob Chapman. But yeah, I'm wishing I had bought more graffiti t-shirts.
I sent my kids to school every year with Bob shirts.
They worked for Bob at New York Comic Con on occasion.
They did. Anyone who's been to the graffiti booth at New York Comic Con has probably dealt with my daughters.
I have to see if he has any more like 2XL shirts.
Oh, I'm gonna bring Zia down. I promised a cool thing by Zia. And of course, I waited for the machine that sucks the water to start. Okay, Z, take it away.
Okay, hold on. I gotta focus the camera on it.
Yeah,
Right,
sheeny
so-
time on it.
For those of you who have been paying attention, you guys know that I met up with an old ex-continuity worker that is commonly known amongst graffiti artists as Dr. Revolt, and had lunch with him, and he came up to the studio, and we hung out for a bit, and he really inspired me.
Continuity as Danny.
Fucking Danny. And he inspired me to try something a little bit different. And so this is the Green Goblin coming on attack to the voodoo doll of Spider-Man. And this is mounted on a canvas. So the map is an actual New York City subway map that I mounted onto a canvas. It's a nice thick frame on the canvas. I think it's like 1.5 inches or something like that. So it does, pull out from the wall.
Yep. 1.5 inches.
And if you see the edges, you will see that, the mat wraps around like a Christmas present on the edges.
Now, what is Spider-Man connected to, Dave?
Spider-Man is pinned to Forest Hills, Queens, which is, according to Pete, where Spider-Man is from. So he's swinging from a pinned into the map from Forest Hills, Queens.
And obviously, the Greek Goblin is over Manhattan, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, he's just flown from the bridge.
Oh, the Queensboro Bridge. I see. So this is one of Zia's voodoo pieces, which we've seen on paper, we've seen on canvas.
Now this is on paper on canvas.
Comic book cover variants, sketch covers, and now she's made the leap to on a subway map. So the size of this is... Zia doesn't know. She painted it.
No idea. It was a canvas I had laying around.
18 by 14.5. So 18 inches wide by 14.5 inches tall. Green Goblin with Spider-Man, Voodoo Doll, Zia's Thing.
Zia's Thing.
And how are you pricing
this? Lance says need to do pumpkin spice bombs. Did you varnish this? I only varnished the characters. I did not varnish the map. So the map is still nice and paper, but the characters, they have that nice sheen.
They have a sheen. I could probably catch a sheen.
You'd have to tilt the bottom upwards.
Yeah.
Tilt the bottom up, not the top.
Oh, the bottom up.
Yeah. A little bit more. There you go. You got it. Okay, so I was gonna auction this starting at $600. Thank you, Greg Harper. So we'll see how you guys are feeling. Auction start price for $600. All you need to do, happy times is damn girly, is in the comment bar, just say bid 600 and you will start things off. I actually really enjoyed working on this because I've never done the Green Goblin before as a voodoo doll. I've never done Spider-Man as a voodoo doll. So having him swinging just sort of made sense. And I love making the flaming pumpkin bombs. They're pin cushions. And this was a lot of fun to work on.
And playing with subway maps must be fun as well.
And playing with subway maps was fun, yes. And actually, I'm gonna see if we can. I know somewhere around here in this chaotic mess we have some illustration board, and I wanted to put a map, mount a map onto an illustration board, and then do something similar but messier than this one. This one's kind of nice and neat, and I don't want to go messy.
Okay, so it is a large piece, guys. It is, again, 18 by, what did I say?
And then 14.
14.5. It's a nice canvas, thick canvas. The canvas is 1.5 inches thick.
I do have more New York subway maps, but I am perfectly happy if anybody wants to send me any subway or bus or mass transit maps from wherever you're from. I'll take Canada, I'll take Idaho, I'll take wherever, and just send it into continuity, and I will make something of it.
Like where does Clark Kent live in the cornfield?
That's Kansas. No, that's not Kansas.
Iowa? Where's Metropolis? All right, guys, where does Clark Kent grow up? Or Superman grow up, I should say. He doesn't become Clark Kent until he goes to Metropolis.
Yeah, I was going to say Kansas.
Is it
Gustavo
Kansas?
says Mexico.
Does Kansas have corn? Says the New York City girl.
Where's Stuart from? He was in a cornfield in
I think
Indiana, Idaho.
isn't he in Indiana?
Sam Green says Kansas. So, all right, so Kansas. How's
Do they have any mass transit in Kansas? Says the girl from New York City. I want you to know one of the things that Michael Golden loved was when I told Michael Golden that you can grow corn from like a niblet. And he was like, "You're such a city kid." And just looked at me like, "I feel so sorry for you."
Well, he is a farm boy.
I am just Michael Golden's retarded sister. Okay.
Kansas is corny.
All right. So once again, Spider-Man with Green Goblin on the subway map. He's swinging his way from Queens. The Green Goblin has come from Manhattan. It's Zia. It's Zia's pencil, ink, and color here with her voodoo dolls, which is the reason why Spider-Man is swinging by a needle. And the price on this was auction start price
$600.
$600. So I'm going to leave this up for 15 seconds, and then I'm going to move along. Dun, 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 dun. Green Goblin. Halloween pumpkins. See, they are push pin cushions. Little Spider-Man's nubby legs. Swinging. And once again, like this in real life is very cool. There are shadows under the characters, which kind of give it a three-dimensional lift from the subway map. It's very cool. And I'm putting it to the side.
Okay.
Burr, burr.
Can I commission you for a Daredevil Kingpin? Absolutely. That would be fun. Yes,
And
you
here
can.
we go.
Yes, you
All right,
certainly
so if I
can.
want to commission Zia, where do I go?
Okay, well, Happy Towers already knows. But if you are on Facebook, it's Zia Adams, which is ZeeAADAMS. On Instagram, it's Zia1031, which is ZeeAA1031.
Which is Halloween.
Halloween, yeah. I like Halloween.
And that's your Instagram?
That's my Instagram.
Okay, so you can direct mail Zia anytime you want. She'll do any character you want on any map you want.
And if you forget, you can even direct message here and just say, hey, how do I get Zia?
And maybe I'll pass it on to Zia.
Yeah, well, forgetting that I have access to the direct messages here.
I'll cut her
And
off.
it will pop up on my phone anyway.
I'll cut Zia off.
You'll
You'll never get to Zia.
How else are you going to get rid of me, Chris?
Well, that is true. Okay, so everybody, please write into Zia.
This is how I get Chris to promote me, is I tell her that's the only way she's going to get rid of me.
Please don't make me live with Zia my whole life. Please support Zia. Okay, 8.5 by 11. I said Zia this week. What about the two old ladies dressed up in pink Batman and Batgirl outfits? I said, this is what's going to happen to us.
Yes. Oh my God, and we're going to have Diane right there next to us too.
Okay, so I have a Vampirella bust, 8.5 by 11 for $1,400 by Neal Adams. Pen and ink, Neal. Color on this is Z. Leo Beokoa. $1,400 original, 8.5 by 11.
Daredevil and Kingpin.
What?
Daredevil and Kingpin can be fun.
Daredevil and Kingpin would be fun to play with.
Yeah. That's what he wants.
Especially if you like loosen out and do fabric pieces.
Ooh.
Please.
I'm not above doing multimedia. I'll do it.
It's a nice thing about Leah. She's always willing to play in a playground. You just have to set up her playground.
Well, see, that's one of the nice things about Happy Towers and a couple of the other folks is they'll just like throw random ideas at me. I'm like, ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Just let me say, though, that Spidey will go. Thank you.
That's right. Someone will see it online, and then everybody can direct message us. Even if the show is not on, people direct message and then buy that way as well. So, was that thunder? Is it Wednesday night?
It would have to either be thunder or a big freaking dump
I
truck.
can't go home unless it's pouring out.
That's right.
Have you guys noticed that when you watch our show, it's always pouring out on Wednesday night? Okay, so what are we looking at? We're looking at a print this time, 13 by 19. This is a Conan piece by Neal. Again, it is a print. We sell this for $100, signed signature print here. This is a pencil piece of Conan by Neal Adams, done in a finished pencil render technique. Again, the size of this is 13 by 19. Conan carrying a chick, ready to fight this awful creature thing. $100. Okay, for you guys who might like Sasquatch, I have one of these left. It's Neal's Sasquatch drawing that he did. This is a print of Neal's pencil, ink, and color of his theory of Sasquatch. This is a size ratio between Sasquatch size to human size and how they would look if you ran into them in the forest. This is $100 to buy. It is signed by Neal. And this is probably my last one that is signed by Neal. They'd be surprised if I find another one. Go further down and further down, further down. Oh, that's a nice cover. Mm-hmm. Okay, I just pulled this in. Okay. This is a really nice prelim for an Avengers cover. It is $5,000 to buy. Is it straight? It's a little crooked in its plastic as far as the problem too. So this is a pen and ink prelim to a cover. This is what Neal sent into Marvel for an approval for a cover. It is $5,000 to buy. Is it signed today or not signed?
It is signed, yes.
Okay.
It's just sort of mushed in with the mountains there.
Okay. So it is a signed piece by Neal.
Well, Gustavo, we're kind of stunned and amazed that we haven't gotten them already, so we don't really know. I know a friend of mine is picking me up some of the sketch covers to work on, but I don't know when or even if.
Well, they would have just come in today.
Yeah,
So it's because today's Wednesday. It's the first day of comic books.
Somebody's in trouble.
Either that or they just didn't get here yet.
Not till Monday. Though.
I'm just so tired.
I don't know.
I'm so tired.
I don't have it in me to bitch slap anybody.
I'm just so tired of I got a Superman book here. I got a whole mess of copies. There's not one piece of Superman by Neal Adams in it. They'll send me that. Oh my god. Don't get me started. Okay, I have Flash Profile Pen and Ink by Neal for $700. Now I need just to go home.
Well, being as gloomy outside and it's already 9 o'clock,
And I'm on vacation.
and you're on vacation.
And this is just AI Crest. $700 for the flash. $11x14 Hawkman. Pencil and ink. Neal, color on this is Tim Shin, actually. And this is $1,500 to buy. I believe it is signed.
Yes.
Yes, a signed piece by Neal of Hawkman. Whoa. Put this to the side. Okay, I am down to my last two pieces. I have a $4,000 Batman here, 11x14, pencil, ink, and white paint. Neal, a very classic Batman. Gorgeous piece. Could sit in anyone's apartment very nicely. In a frame, $4,000 to buy, signed by Neal. Is one of the last of the truly real classic Batman pieces left. I have Man-Bat here. This will be my last piece for the night. Man-Bat is
2,200.
To what?
2,200.
2,200. Now this pencil is actually the pencil that was designed by Neal to Jason Adams' son was sculpting the statue of Man-Bat and the Man-Bat black and white, or the Batman black and white statues that came out from DC Comics or DC Premiere, I think it was. So this was Neal's drawing to help Jason understand the Man-Bat character better. Neal did this for a number of sculptors, like of the Superman Kryptonite Nevermore. Neal drew drawings of Superman for that sculptor. So Neal did that a lot for a number of the sculptors that worked at DC Comics. This is $2,200 to buy, and I don't know if he's signed.
He is signed.
He is signed by Neal. Gorgeous piece of Man-Bat here.
Happy Powers, you saying you want to print my stuff on your t-shirts? Only hard part is all the characters that I've done are licensed characters, so I don't know. It might be a bit of a problem. It's a sticky little situation there.
$2,200 for Man-Bat. Okay, so does anybody need to see anything before we end our show tonight? Yay day, yay yay, yay day.
I think they're all like occupied.
Yeah, I think they're all occupied as well. Okay, so Z and I are going to check out. If you're watching this and we're not on air anymore, you definitely can direct message us. We're generally always around to answer questions. We can pull stuff to the side. If you're interested in a piece and we're not on air, we freely do that all the time for everybody. So this is me, Chris, and Z signing off. Everybody have a fantastic whatever holiday we're celebrating this
Jim
weekend.
Hackett is asking if we are on Friday.
I'm not 100% sure, Jim. It seems like a lot of people will be gone, so I don't know if we're going to come on. And I'm kind of on vacation this week, so it would have to take a really cruddy, rainy day for me to come in on Friday. So if it's raining, yes. If it's not raining, no.
Because we can only broadcast in the rain.
I can only broadcast in the rain, obviously, because it rains every Wednesday night. So I don't think so, Jim. If it's, like I said, if it's crappy weather, I don't mind coming in on my vacation time. But Chris is this is my first vacation in 3 years. So, and I did come in tonight. And so I don't think we'll do Friday. So, okay, guys. So we will see you definitely next week, next Wednesday. I will be back. I won't be on vacation anymore. And I had a good night tonight in my AI form for you guys. And like I said, if you're watching this and we're not on, you can always still buy from us. And everybody have a great Labor Day. Eat hot dogs and hamburgers. And enjoy family if that's who you're spending time with, and friends. And Z and I will be back next Wednesday with more goodies. Like I said, we're getting some artwork in from LA. I think we're even getting some comics in from LA. So definitely there's new stuff coming in that's been shipped out to us, I believe, already. So take care. Stay tuned. You never know what we're going to find. And have a happy holiday.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.